If you've ever thought to yourself, I can't meditate, I want you to continue watching this video. Today we're going to talk about common reasons why you may think you can't practice meditation, and we're going to kind of break through those reasons and break them down and make a plan for you guys to be able to add meditation into your daily life in a way that works for you. I wanted to make this video because meditation can be such a powerful practice to really help you be your best self. And honestly, it doesn't need to be super time consuming. There are really easy ways to integrate it into your daily life, and that's why I'm filming this today. So let's get into it. So probably the number one thing that I hear people say on a reason why they feel like they can't meditate is that they can't quiet their mind. When I hear this, I'm like, well, yeah, you need to practice to be able to quiet your mind. Our mind is filled with so many thoughts constantly throughout the day, and we're constantly having our mind stimulated by external circumstances. So it is really difficult for many of us to actually sit and be quiet and go internal into our internal world and allow the mind to rest and kind of let thoughts fade away. So if you think you can't clear your mind, don't get frustrated. This takes practice, and it's okay to have thoughts. It's going to take time to be able to sit there and clear your thoughts. And also, most of the times, people who are really deep into their meditation practice, it's not like they sit down and their mind is totally clear right away. It takes time to get into that state. Even still practicing meditation, working on trying to bring your attention back to your breath instead of focusing on all your thoughts, that's going to be beneficial for you anyway. Even if you feel like your mind wasn't quiet in the 10 minutes or whatever that you were meditating, it's still beneficial because you're still working on training the mind to be quiet, making more space for the mind for things that are going to serve you instead of all of these useless thoughts that many of us have throughout the day. Okay, so I can't quiet my mind, not an excuse to avoid meditation. The second most common thing that I hear when people say that they can't meditate is that they don't have time. We use time as an excuse for many things that we avoid doing in our lives. We don't have time to work out, we don't have time to eat healthy, but it's really what you deem as important that you are making time for. And obviously there's only so many hours in the day and we can only do so much, but I'm sure there are areas of your life that maybe you can cut back on watching TV for an extra 10 minutes so you can meditate. Maybe you don't sit scrolling on your phone for 10 minutes so you can add in a meditation. You probably can find time somewhere in your day. Also, if you're someone who is really that busy that you feel like you really don't have time, your mind is probably so stimulated throughout the day that you, more than anyone else, really need to be able to sit and quiet the mind, and meditation is a really great tool for this. Also, you don't need to sit for half an hour and meditate to receive the results. Even taking 5 minutes is going to be better than nothing. So if you can find 5 minutes in your day, you can do a meditation practice. Another thing that I hear people say a lot, maybe not on why they can't meditate, but why they don't, is that it's boring. And my response to this is, as humans, I think we have an issue is that we constantly need to be stimulated by something external that's keeping us feeling entertained. And if we're not entertained by something, we feel bored. But I really do think this is a problem in regards to keeping our mental health healthy, I guess, if that makes sense. Because we need to be able to sit with ourselves and be okay with that. And meditation forces you to do it. So I do think feeling bored while you meditate is that you're kind of avoiding going inside and you don't want to just sit with yourself. I know that could sound a little bit harsh, but honestly, boredom is a real problem in our society and maybe some of the mental health issues we feel because then we're constantly chasing for something to keep us feeling not bored. I don't know, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but you guys kind of know what I mean. I think that it's important to be able to sit with yourself for 5 minutes without something external stimulating you and to be able to kind of recenter yourself. So yeah, don't use I'm bored as an excuse. The next thing that I hear a lot is that I can't sit up straight or I can't sit on the floor. To that, one, you don't have to sit on the floor. You can sit in a chair. You can lay down. Two, if you do have difficulty sitting up straight unsupported, either you can lay down, but if you want to work up to that, honestly, your muscles will start to get used to it. They just have to train to be able to hold yourself in an upright position for a prolonged duration, but honestly, they will get stronger and it will get easier. I have an entire video where I go over different ways you could sit and meditate, so that you feel comfortable, and I'll link that video in the description down below. I did some research on asking people why they don't meditate. So another thing that I heard is that they don't see the point. To this, my response would be there are many actual scientific research studies that do show the benefits of meditation. It's not just us yogis saying that it's good for you. It's actually backed by science. I would say the number one benefit that meditation provides for us is it decreases stress and anxiety. I'm pretty sure all of us in this modern day probably have stress, and we probably have stress that we would like to be reduced. So meditation is a really amazing tool to help you alleviate or manage your stress. Some other benefits, if you're out there and thinking your stress is fine and you don't need to manage it, meditation also helps you kind of manage your emotions. So it gives you more control over your emotions. Like, you can't not, like, you're always gonna sway through different emotions, but when you meditate, you're not like swaying through more negative based emotions or staying with negative based emotions for so long. You're able to kind of bring yourself back to a more centered state. Meditation also improves your self-awareness, it improves your memory, it can decrease pain, it can improve your sleep. There's really so many benefits that meditation can offer. And if you're someone that doesn't meditate, you're probably like, I really don't see how sitting there with my eyes closed is gonna help me do this, but you would be surprised on really the power of it. Like I said, I think that the main reason it is so powerful is because it's really helping us recenter our mind. And our mind is controlling our physical body, it's controlling our emotions, it's really controlling everything. And if we don't have control over it, then it can lead to increased stress, mental health issues, it can lead to even physical pain. So learning to take control back of your mind is a really, really powerful tool. Another thing I hear people say is that they don't know how to meditate. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but there are plenty of resources out there to help teach you how to meditate, and it's really not as complex as you would think. I do have a video that goes over ways to make meditation easier, so I'll link that in the description down below. But another suggestion is even just starting with a guided meditation. The guided meditation will kind of guide you to what you need to do to help you get into a meditative state. So that's also an option. But I think those are the most common reasons. If you guys have another reason that you would like me to talk about, let me know in the comments down below. So I hope this video inspired you to try meditation, and hopefully if any of those reasons that I listed today were the reasons that were holding you back from doing a meditation practice, hopefully I cleared it up for you, and now you feel like you can meditate and that you know that it just takes practice. I also have some guided meditations here on my channel, so I'll link those below for you guys as well. So there'll be a lot of different resources linked in the description. That's all I have for you guys today. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button right below me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.